Hello everyone, welcome to the Morrowind Book Club. Today we're going to be reading The Wild Elves as I sit here and sip my fine cup of Tim Hortons overrated bitter water. It's actually really bad. Don't buy into the hype. As a Canadian, let me say that it is trash. But enough of that, let's jump into The Wild Elves. On Wild Elves by Kirjo Chorvak. Now, this drives me nuts. Right off the bat, this drives me nuts because I'm I get very nitpicky about stuff. I'm like, well, no. What is the actual name of the book? On Wild Elves? Or is it The Wild Elves? And because one, I need to take notes, and two, I need to be able to label this video. But what is it going to be? I guess we're going to go with the title on the outside of the book, but it is going to bother me. My near or quasi OCD tendencies. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. In the wilds of most every province of Tamriel, descended philosophically, if not directly, from the original inhabitants of the land, are the Aelids, commonly called the Wild Elves, while three races of elven stock, the Altmer, or High Elves, the Bosmer, or Wood Elves, and the Dunmer, or Dark Elves, have assimilated well into the new cultures of Tamriel. The Aelids sounds right, and their brethren have remained aloof toward our civilization, preferring to practice the old ways far from the eyes of the world. Now, this I am loving already because so far from when we've played the game and everywhere we've looked, we've only ever seen those three main elf races, and that's been my experience. In my mind, I'm like, that's all there's ever been are the Altmer, Bosmer, and Dunmer, and there are no other types of elves, with the exception of the Dwemer. You know, that was one of those races where it's like, okay, but generally it's like we don't hear much about anything else. So it's kind of cool to hear, oh, there are other elves here too. Okay, that's cool. There's many more varieties. It makes me wonder, are there other like races of human outside of the ones that we're used to seeing? You know, like I know the Khajiit, you know, there's different sort of subspecies within the Khajiit that we haven't seen. I believe the Argonians might also have the same thing. So I guess it makes sense that, you know, the elves would have, we'll say, other sort of subspecies within them, or whatever we're calling it. I don't know the proper term, so sorry. Anyways, wild elves speak a variation of Old Cyrodiilic, opting to shun Tamrielic and separating themselves from the mainstream of Tamriel even further than the least urbanized of their elven cousins. Already more information that I guess the language we all speak is referred to as Tamrielic, but Old Cyrodiilic, I guess, is another race, another language, but I don't think we've ever heard that before. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we've never come across anything written in something that we didn't understand, in a language we didn't understand yet. I wonder if we'll get any of that in Oblivion or Skyrim. I know a lot of people are probably just shouting at me and be like, yes or no or whatever. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm a little behind. I'm working my way towards those games that are already incredibly old. How old is Skyrim? 2011? Holy crap. It's like a 10-year-old game. I'll get to it eventually. Sorry. Anyways, in temperament, they are dark-spirited and taciturn. An adjective, meaning reserved or uncommunicative in speech, or saying little. All right. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Though this is from the point of view of outsiders, or Palani in their tongue, and doubtless they act differently within their own tribes. Indeed, one of the finest sages of the University of Gwilym was a civilized Aeliad elf. Durain, Fear, First Era 2790 to Second Era 227, whose published works on wild elves suggests a lively, vibrant culture. Fear is one of the very few Aeliads, I think it's Aeliads, to speak freely on his people and religion, and he himself said the nature of the Aeliad tribes is multi-hued, their personalities often wildly different from their neighboring tribes. Fear, T, Nature of Aeliadic Posey, page 8, University of Gwilym Press, Second Era 12. I love it! They've cited their quote. I love that they cited the quote. Now I've got to see if I'm gonna make a note if at any point we can find this book, The Nature of Eleatic Poesy. I think that's what it's saying. Yes. Anyways, like any alien culture, wild elves are often feared by the simple people of Tamriel. The aliens continue to be one of the greatest enigmas of the continent of Tamriel. They seldom appear in the pages of written history in any role, and then only as a strange sight a chronicler stumbles upon blah blah blah. Appear in the pages of written history in any role, and then only as a strange sight a chronicler stumbles upon before they vanish into the wood. When probable fiction is filtered from common legend, we are left with almost nothing. The mysterious ways of the aliens have remained shrouded since before the First Era, and may well remain so for thousands of years to come. This was actually really informative and really a really fun read. It was a cool read. I do want to make a note of Nature of Eleatic Poesy and see if we can find that book at a in a later game, or maybe even in this one. We will see. It would be kind of fun to be able to see, actually be able to see if we can find that quote. That would be fun. I doubt it'll happen, but Anyways, so that has been The Wild Elves. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, well, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comment section. And until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.